And she actually has the nerve to say that she was run out of Hollywood. This person
with $100 million in her pocket.
$450 million, according to Forbes. That's a low estimate.
Yeah.
Because so now she's out there saying, I was run out of Hollywood. She's actually reportedly complaining about how hard it is for women in America with the double standards.
Look at Oprah, how hard it is for her.
Oh, she's got, like 10 houses, Ellen DeGeneres?
Michelle Obama, look how hard it is for women in America. They're hurting.
It was a family to me. We had so much fun together at that show. We laughed all the time. We played games all the time.
I felt it was not a family. It was an atmosphere of fear. The essence of the special really was totally a lie. I felt Ellen was not taking responsibility at all. She was sugarcoating it.
The upcoming animated short film bringing back the fan favorite blue tang fish, Dory, could end up becoming the long-awaited spark behind Ellen DeGeneres' return to the entertainment world, according to industry reports from Deadline. After the permanent and highly controversial end of her daytime television empire, the 68-year-old former comedian and her longtime wife, Portia de Rossi, chose to walk away from Hollywood completely. Instead of staying in the spotlight, the couple left Los Angeles behind and relocated to the United Kingdom near the end of 2024, hoping for a much quieter life far away from non-stop cameras and constant headlines.
Has left the United States and has said, quote, she's never coming back. Ellen DeGeneres and wife Portia de Rossi have moved to rural England, put their Montecito estate on the market, and plan to never return to the United States.
While reports still occasionally show the pair buying or owning multi-million-dollar properties in Southern California for visits or holidays, their everyday life is now centered in the peaceful British countryside. That huge move has only made people wonder even more about what comes next. Could this new project really open the door to a major comeback, or has too much happened over the past few years? The question still hangs over Hollywood. Are audiences ready to move on from the controversies that surrounded her former show? Or will those difficult chapters continue to shape how many people remember her career?
And if I've ever let someone down, if I've ever hurt their feelings, I am so sorry for that.
And I think also to admit
like,
your
of
mistakes.
all people on earth to be feeling sorry for herself, Ellen DeGeneres should not be on the list.
She should at least, but make a real apology and do it.
There's no apology. It's just woe is me. I was run out of Hollywood as she speaks from this grandiose stage on Netflix. Hello, you haven't been canceled if you are doing a Netflix special. She got $20 million for the one before this. I'm sure she's fine.
I'm sure she's fine.
Long before Ellen and Portia made their move overseas, the foundation of Ellen's carefully built media empire had already been shaken by two heartbreaking tragedies involving people from her professional and personal life. Those events quickly became major topics online, leading to emotional discussions and, in some corners of the internet, waves of speculation that continue even today. One of the biggest losses came with the passing of Stephen "Twitch" Boss, the beloved executive producer, DJ, and familiar face of The Ellen DeGeneres Show. The 40-year-old was officially determined by law enforcement and medical examiners to have died by suicide, with authorities finding no evidence of foul play.
You know, the rumors about Twitch, and Twitch was somebody that won So You Think You Can Dance, and then he was the DJ on the Ellen DeGeneres Show. And some say that he knew information about what was going on at the Diddy parties with Ellen, and then he just suspiciously took his own life in a hotel room down the street from where he lived.
He came home. He was very triggered. Me and Wesley were watching The White Lotus show. We love that show. And he came in and I could tell something was wrong.
Allison Holker detailed her late husband, Stephen "Twitch" Boss's odd behavior during her appearance on The Jamie Kern Show. She shared that Stephen texted her a tree emoji, signaling that he was stopping at a marijuana dispensary earlier in the evening.
But the reason that night it felt different was because the next day when he decided to take his life, he had been at the Oak Tree Inn, and there was a tree that looked just like the emoji, and the dispensary is right across the street.
Allison continued by sharing that she, quote, always wondered if Stephen was at the hotel already when he sent her that text.
And I've always wondered to myself, was he at the hotel already? Is that why he came home so triggered? Had he attempted and then got scared and then was too shameful to tell me?
Even so, many people online refused to accept those official findings. Social media filled with rumors and unsupported theories, as some users questioned how someone who appeared so energetic and positive on screen could be gone so suddenly.
The medical examiner ruled that the cause of death was a self-inflicted wound to the head with no signs of foul play. Twitch had joined the Ellen DeGeneres show as a guest DJ in 2014. In 2020, he was promoted to executive producer. He was universally beloved by the audience, by his colleagues, by those who had worked with him and for him. Another choreographer that was close to Twitch stated that after the 2020 toxic workplace scandal, Twitch had come under immense pressure for publicly supporting Ellen. Quote, people were looking at him like, why are you still supporting this woman? End quote. He stated that he believed that Twitch's mental health had deteriorated significantly in the period following the scandal.
Despite that online speculation, the official investigation has not changed.
So there were people who knew him who had noticed a change in his behavior, but on the other side of that argument, when he passed, his wife only received half of his estate because Twitch did not have a will, which is incredibly odd in a lot of people's opinions. Ellen released a statement, quote, I'm heartbroken. Twitch was pure love and light. He was family and I loved him with all my heart. I will miss him, end quote.
Only a few months earlier, in August 2022, actress Heche, who had previously been in a relationship with Ellen, suffered devastating injuries after a high-speed car crash in a Los Angeles neighborhood.
Currently standing in front of the house where actress Heche crashed her car back in August 2022. A crash that has left more questions than answers. That morning, Anne walked into a hair shop in Venice, California. The owner said she walked in, saw a red wig up on the shelf, wanted the red wig. He told her it wasn't styled. She said no worries, made the purchase. He recognized who she was and asked for a selfie. They took a selfie together, which is still up on his Instagram. The owner of the wig shop, Richard Glass, said that she was completely normal.
She later passed away from those injuries.
Just after that seemingly normal encounter, she was captured behind the wheel of her blue Mini Cooper and was also involved with 2 hit-and-run incidents earlier that morning before the crash. In this photo taken from the scene of one of the hit-and-runs, you can see the red wig on her passenger seat, as well as what looks like a vodka bottle in the cup holder of her car. To most people, that photo looks like proof that she was drinking. But here's the thing. According to the coroner's toxicology report, there was no alcohol in her system reported during the time of the crash. No active drugs were found either, just small traces of cocaine and cannabinoids from prior use. So if she wasn't intoxicated, why was she driving like she was running from something?
In the months leading up to the accident, Heche had spoken publicly about different parts of her past, including her relationship with Ellen, while also working toward new career opportunities.
Most disturbing part of this case is aerial helicopter footage showed Heche being put onto a stretcher. You can see a body in some type of bag on a stretcher being wheeled into the back of an ambulance, when all of a sudden, the zipper breaks open and you see Heche emerge suddenly out of this body bag, what looks like a body bag, and prop herself up as if she's trying to get off the stretcher or get out of the bag. They push her back down and she's put into the back of the ambulance.
Following her death, some online conspiracy communities rejected the official conclusion that the crash was accidental and promoted unsupported claims suggesting something more sinister had happened.
And Ellen's fine. She can sit on her pile of money.
I hope you like your money, because that's why I broke up with you. Do you like sitting on your piles of cash? Because guess what? It gets you exactly where you are. And by the way, baby, it's what you wanted then, and I hope you're liking it now. Cheers.
You broke up with her because she had a lot of money, or you broke up with her because...
I broke up with her because her goal was to have a lot of money, and mine was to find love, and hers was I want 60 billion. Good luck. Our forks are never going to meet. The further we stay on with this, the further we will be apart. Okay. Fear has a very big force. It's not as big as love's, obviously. But I do want to say, you teased about this before, but that I was the original canceled, and I am going to be the original uncanceled. I am uncanceled today. I am finished with that. This is what I say. Goodbye. Watch out. You're
So we have officially uncanceled Heche.
However, those claims have not been supported by official evidence, and authorities have continued to stand by the findings of their investigation. The relationship between Ellen DeGeneres and Heche has always been one of the most talked about stories in Hollywood.
She didn't live in that love and kindness.
No, she didn't. But you and I don't talk about revenge a lot,
No, we don't. There's one thing that I remember. I guess the only word is revenge. I feel that you were so wronged. And now to know that you were continuing to be wronged, it fires me up a little bit. When you look at somebody like Ellen, who literally is sitting on a pile of $60 billion, and then
could feed countries,
right? And then
but you got a Porsche.
I mean, you're not her.
Their groundbreaking romance lasted from 1997 to 2000 and made headlines around the world at a time when few same-sex celebrity couples were openly in the spotlight.
I know from what I have read that Ellen has always said that she has no idea why you ended it with her. Can you answer that question once and for all? Okay.
I'm sorry. Do I have allergy?
Okay, fine. Let's let our viewers know.
Well,
why.
First of all, I've written a book about some of the truths, and the second one will be coming out shortly. The fact of the matter is, if anybody chooses to look at the truth, the signs and the reasons of their arrival, we're moving into a next step, hopefully. And hopefully I have some more intelligence, I know I do, around it because I've studied it to be able to communicate a little bit better about what happened 20 years ago and the fact that it's taken us 20 years to be able to be at a point where we can listen to the truth again.
For years, many people believed their breakup was respectful and mutual. But much later, Heche shared a very different view of what happened behind closed doors. She alleged that Ellen had been controlling during their relationship and described the experience as much more painful than the public had been led to believe. Heche also claimed that after their breakup, Ellen used her influence in Hollywood in ways that hurt her career. According to Heche, she struggled to get meetings with major studios and found it much harder to land important acting roles after the relationship ended. Those allegations have received renewed attention as critics have looked back at Ellen's career and questioned whether similar patterns appeared in other situations. Ellen has denied wrongdoing in different controversies over the years, and many of these claims remain matters of public debate rather than established fact.
How does the Ellen we see on TV compare to the Ellen you saw when the camera stopped rolling?
Totally different. She would only speak to the audience when the cameras were rolling. As soon as they turned the cameras off, she would not even acknowledge the audience. She would just sit on the couch, basically. Even when she exited, she just said what she had to say on camera and then walked off.
Some critics also argue that whenever Ellen faced major public criticism, she often focused on the difficult moments from her own past. Earlier in her career, she openly spoke about losing work, facing financial problems, dealing with depression, and being pushed aside in Hollywood after publicly coming out on her sitcom.
I don't hold any grievance and resentment. It's very important. And I would just say for Ellen, the resentment, you have to know, you have to get over resentment to whatever addiction or addictive qualities happen. To get over it, you have to deal with resentment and address it. And then otherwise you're going to fall back into the same pattern. Well, yeah, that's disingenuous. That's disingenuous. That's disgenerous.
Those experiences were very real and marked an important moment in television history. However, some industry commentators believe she later leaned on those hardships when responding to newer controversies, while others strongly disagree with that interpretation. That debate became even louder after investigations into workplace culture behind the Ellen DeGeneres show led to widespread criticism and reports describing a toxic work environment. Several senior producers were implicated, and Ellen herself faced intense public scrutiny as questions grew about leadership on the show.
Ellen addressed the entire situation on season 18 premiere in September of 2020. She called her summer great sarcastically and then said, quote, "I'm so sorry to the people that were affected. I take responsibility for what happens on my show," end quote. She also joked, quote, "Being known as the kind lady is a tricky position to be in," end quote.
Not for nothing, but I know a guy, I know him very well, whose sister worked for her, who said you were not allowed to make eye contact with Ellen in the halls of that show. If you saw her, this is not a nice person.
The controversy quickly dominated headlines and changed the public conversation around her career in a major way. Hoping to reshape that image, Ellen returned with a widely promoted Netflix stand-up special last year. Instead of quieting the criticism, the performance sparked another wave of reactions. Some reviewers and viewers felt she portrayed herself as someone who had been unfairly pushed out of the entertainment industry by what she described as cancel culture.
So she eventually got canceled, but now she's coming back. She's got a Netflix special. That's the right response.
Yeah.
She's got a Netflix special. And here's the capper. On the promo, and apparently there's now articles out about from people who have seen the preview, she plays the victim. And she says, for me, and she actually has the nerve to say that she was run out of Hollywood.
That message divided audiences. Supporters felt she was sharing her side of the story, while critics, including media personality Megyn Kelly, strongly rejected that view. Kelly argued that it was difficult to see someone with enormous financial success as a victim of being erased from public life, pointing to reports estimating Ellen's wealth at around $500 million and noting her continued involvement in high-end real estate investments and luxury property deals.
Well, I think there's certainly no lack of, I don't sense any humility.
No,
in that.
No, and no one cares that now she's dealing with chickens. It's like, all right,
You're a normal $450 million person.
And by the way, I guarantee you she's
Who's
worth
taking
a
care
lot
of her
more.
chickens? I guarantee, what's that? You guarantee what?
She's worth a lot more than $450 million.
Her art alone.
And like those talk show hosts.
Her devil-worshipping art alone.
It's it's too much. I can't stand these rich celebrities who want us to feel sorry for them. We don't, right? It's like all those you saw, like Julia Roberts on the Oprah special with Kamala Harris.
Former employees and media critics also questioned the emotional apologies Ellen included in her Netflix comedy special, saying they did not feel genuine. Some argued that while she expressed regret, she also spent parts of the performance making jokes about former staff members and workplace situations, which they felt weakened the impact of those apologies. That contrast quickly became another major talking point and added even more fuel to the ongoing debate surrounding her public image.
They're going to let her back in, Rob, because she's a lesbian, she's a leftist, and she didn't hit one of their sacred cows. Nastiness, that's their bread and butter.
Well, I think everyone, I will say, like, the resentment, I think everyone should have a chance for reconciliation. I don't think Jesus exempted anybody.
During the height of the workplace controversy, Ellen repeatedly said she was unaware of many of the problems happening behind the scenes on the Ellen DeGeneres show. She maintained that she did not know about the reported behavior taking place within the production. However, many critics challenged that explanation, arguing that complaints from former employees, crew members, and others connected to the show had surfaced over many years. Whether those arguments are fair or not, they continued to shape public opinion as the controversy grew bigger. One of the most frequently discussed moments from Ellen's career goes all the way back to 2008, when Mariah Carey appeared on her talk show. At the time, Carey was privately pregnant but had not publicly shared the news. During the interview, Ellen repeatedly asked about pregnancy rumors and even offered Carey a glass of champagne. Many viewers later felt the exchange put Carey in an uncomfortable position, since refusing the drink could have fueled more speculation. Carey later described the moment as deeply uncomfortable and said she felt it was an upsetting experience, making the interview one of the most revisited clips whenever Ellen's past behavior is discussed.
And then the other thing is that people are saying that that you're pregnant. There's rumors. Don't discuss that. All right. Well, you don't.
Mariah didn't want to release that she was pregnant yet because she has had a history of having miscarriages, and it was way too early on. Shortly after the interview, Mariah suffered a miscarriage. She talks all about this in some interviews from 2020 and her book that came out, but that's honestly a very evil thing for someone like Ellen to do with her platform. Mariah continuously brings up that how uncomfortable that moment made her.
As more stories from Ellen's career resurfaced, public figures such as actor Rob Schneider and journalist Megyn Kelly began revisiting those moments on their own platforms. During an appearance on Kelly's show, Schneider openly criticized Ellen and shared his personal opinions about her, including a direct message that quickly attracted attention online. Kelly agreed with much of the criticism, arguing that once former employees, service workers, guests, and celebrities felt more comfortable speaking publicly, the image of Ellen as Hollywood's be kind personality faced much greater scrutiny than ever before. Many people also point to Ellen's now famous interview with actress Dakota Johnson as a major turning point in public perception. During the conversation, Ellen jokingly suggested that Johnson had not invited her to a birthday party. Instead of laughing it off, Johnson calmly corrected her on camera, explaining that an invitation had in fact been sent and that Ellen simply did not attend. The exchange created an unmistakably awkward moment that spread across social media almost instantly. Millions of people watched the clip, and for many viewers, it became the first time they seriously questioned the carefully crafted public image Ellen had built over the years, helping shift the conversation around her in a lasting way. After the Dakota Johnson interview went viral, the conversation around Ellen changed almost overnight. Social media was flooded with stories, opinions, and old clips as people looked back at her career through a completely different lens.
Yeah.
So her show got canceled after she had this testy exchange with Dakota Johnson, where something happened where Dakota said, "Oh, I had this birthday party," and Ellen said, "Well, why didn't you invite me? You didn't invite me." And she said, like, "No, I did invite you, Ellen. That's not what happened." And Ellen had blown her off. And then tried to play the victim on the set with her. Anyway, it led to article after article of people being like, Ellen's a bitch. Ellen is a nasty person. And all these staffers started to come out.
One viral thread on Twitter invited users to share their personal encounters with the comedian, and thousands of replies poured in, adding even more attention to the growing controversy. Among the most widely shared stories was one from a former employee at the restaurant Real Food Daily. The server claimed that after serving Ellen and Portia during a busy brunch, Ellen later sent a complaint to the restaurant's owner, reportedly criticizing the waitress over slightly chipped nail polish and asking that the issue be addressed. While stories like this have circulated widely online, many personal accounts shared on social media have not been independently verified. Even so, the sheer number of similar allegations, along with long-running claims about strict backstage rules and workplace behavior, had a major impact on Ellen's public reputation and marked the end of her daytime television era. Now it's your turn. Do you think Ellen DeGeneres deserves another chance in Hollywood, or do you believe the controversies have permanently changed her legacy? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear where you stand. If you enjoy these deep dives into the hidden side of celebrity culture and Hollywood history, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next upload. We'll see you in the next one.